We're here at the NRA Great American Hunting and Outdoor Shows. It's in Westminster, Maryland. First inaugural show, and what a show it is. This place is packed, and I'm here with Doug Wicklund, Senior Curator of the NRA National Firearms Museum. Doug, great to see you, and great to see you here at Westminster. First, let's talk a little bit. We're doing a special On the Road Curator's Corner. Let's talk a little bit about what the show first, what NRA is doing here, and then what you guys are doing here. Great to be here with you.
It's a lot of fun to be here as well. What we're doing is taking a little bit of the museum out to the people. We're moving the museum, if you will, for today out to Maryland. And what we brought is two of our presidential pieces. We brought Theodore Roosevelt's double rifle, Dwight David Eisenhower's Winchester 21, and of course we also have Tom Selleck's Quigley Sharps. So we're doing pretty good today.
Tell me a little bit first, folks who just finding out, this is the first time the NRA's done this Great American Hunting and Outdoor Show. Give us a little idea of what's going on out here.
Well, right now the show has a little bit of everything. Hunting outfitters, and of course the National Firearms Museum is here to support NRA's hunter services. But one of the things that we wanted to do was to bring a little bit of the museum out to the public, and so we took some great guns. When you can see Dwight David Eisenhower's finest 20 gauge, when you can see Theodore Roosevelt's double rifle, the one he took to Africa and South America, and everyone knows Tom Selleck's Sharps rifle. That's the gun from Quigley Down Under.
Okay, for this segment, we're going to look at that first firearm. Let's tell us a little bit about the first firearm you have here on display.
The first gun is Dwight David Eisenhower's Model 21 shotgun. That's a fine 20 gauge. It also is known as our 5-star shotgun because it has 5 gold stars engraved on the base of the receiver. That was presented to President, but first General Dwight David Eisenhower.
Now, go ahead.
It's one of those 20 gauges that he used for many years at his Gettysburg, Pennsylvania farm. We're not that far from it here in Westminster today.
right down the road a piece.
Well, if you want, we can duck out later on, maybe see if it still works.
I would love that. Now, it's so neat that when you have a beautiful firearm like this, and with that great provenance and with the stars, but to know too that he used it all the time, that's really good.
It's kind of neat to bring that gun from the museum out here to Maryland, where it's close to where it was used once upon a time. It's one of those pieces in the museum that we call a treasure, and it travels. That's one of the best things, is that people that can't get to Fairfax, Virginia, have a chance to see it today.
Awesome. Now, tell us a little bit about how this firearm works and functions.
It's a side-by-side 20-gauge shotgun, so you have 2 barrels. You can basically fire one and then the other. They're both in different chokes, so if you're trying for a close shot, maybe you've got kind of a longer shot. You want to use the right-hand barrel for that. It's one of those guns that President Eisenhower probably really liked for close-up pheasant hunting. And in a farm context like his Gettysburg affair, he must have had a great time with it.
And it's great to know that not only before he was the president of our country, a 5-star general, so that's a pretty special firearm, and a really neat way to recognize that on the firearm.
Absolutely. It was recognized, it was done for him by the president of Coca-Cola, and the gentleman that gave it to him, Robert Woodruff. He was the president of Coca-Cola. He also gave a few other of his friends fine shotguns, so it's one of those things. Wish we were, still a little bit more friendly with that man. I'll tell you.
That's a neat thing to give your friends, is a beautiful shotgun like that as a present. It's a good idea.
I wish we were still doing things like that. That's a good way. I'll tell you. When you think about each of these guns, they're part of history, and part of what the museum does is to bring history out to folks going through here at the NRA show in Westminster, Maryland.
And as we encourage people, Doug, the best thing to see these firearms, if you're not here, is to get out to the NRA Firearms Museum.
Absolutely. Come by Fairfax, Virginia, 7 days a week, and today is Saturday. We're open till 7, but normally we're open till 5 p.m.
Wow, and if not, you guys have a great new website as well.
Absolutely. You can see the museum from the comfort of your home. If it's snowing, if it's raining, if you don't want to go on the road, just sit down at the computer.
Doug Wicklund, Senior Curator with the National Firearms Museum, thank you for joining us here at the NRA Great American Hunting and Outdoor Show in Westminster, Maryland.
Thank you much, John. Appreciate it.